day of playing with our team watching them. Here they come. How was it, guys?
I caught some crabs.
You did?
Crabs,
Oh,
Pastor
you
John.
guys see what we found, Pastor John?
What'd you find?
Wait, nope.
Oh, look at that.
I put them in there.
What is it?
With
Two
my
crabs.
2 hands.
How'd you get them in there, guys?
Put them in there with my hands.
Wow. Tell me
Right?
about it. Who caught them? Who caught them?
Can you tell?
Justin.
What happened? Riley, tell what
I
happened. You don't want to tell? Oh, no. We have shy kids. Sorry.
Okay.
I have a rod that color.
Wow. You guys had a good time?
Yes, sir.
Good deal.
Churches in 25 years about the things that God is challenging me with in my heart and in my ministry as I continue to see what God has in store for me. On the top, you just mentioned a review. We began by saying that we believe, at least one of my values is, that the process of ministry is as important as the product of ministry. And it's very important for us to grab a hold of that. Because if we don't, there are a couple of consequences that will pay. For example, we're limiting our revelation and illumination potential. There are things that we're supposed to catch, things we're supposed to see that we will not catch and we will not see. If the product becomes all that it's about, we place boundaries on our personal growth. We actually purposely are stunting our ability to be stretched and to experience new things. We create a production capability distortion of other people. We begin to look at people in terms of, do they add something to my life? Do they make it easier? Are they helpful? And if they're not, we begin to dismiss them and dismiss the opportunities that God has for us. We place lids on our risk quotient, moving us away from interdependence to independence. We begin to live lives of isolation, live lives of separation. We're afraid to get close to people because we're afraid we'll become hurt or damaged. And lastly, we expend precious energy and time on avoiding, running, and resisting. And so instead of walking through some of the difficult things in life that God has for us, that are filled with unbelievable lessons and experiences of His grace and His love and His support and His encouragement, we end up trying to avoid those and become exhausted in the day and the process. And so we close just by saying, with the good, bad, and ugly of our lives, there's 4 things I encourage you to do that we really didn't talk much about. I said, choose to recognize everything has potential with God. I said, be willing to accept the circumstances and the people that surround you. I said, purposely engage in dialogue with the hard things. And number 4, expect God to bring value out of the hard things. Well, easier said than done. And what I want to do in our few moments together tonight is share with things that are self-interested, self-focused, self-preoccupied. God never does. He's always sovereign, and He's always loving. Amen. Now, that's hard to say when you don't have children and you're trying to figure out what that looks like. It's hard to say when you lose an eye, or you're run over by a dump truck, or someone stabs you in the back when you're trying to do something good, or someone turns on you, or says a harsh word, or you get fired from your job, whatever it may be. But in faith, you say God is sovereign. In faith, you say God is love. And the last one is God is working His plan. What's Romans chapter 8, verse 28 say? All things what? That's right. I mean, do you believe that? I mean, what you say is this, is I believe, I'm not sure how He's going to do it, that's why He's God and I'm not, that everything's within His control, that God is always acting toward me in a loving way, and somehow, in some way, He's going to work His plan. He works His plan with an eye that's lost, He works His plan with an arm that's broken. Man, I love being in the hospital. I'm there for 7 days. I'm a pastor. I have a wonderful congregation. My room is filled with flowers and goodies and people coming up. Now, please understand, my congregation is a little mean sometimes, too. My first Sunday back, they all wore eye patches. Okay? But I had more people coming up and seeing me at the hospital. I had movie nights.